This is everything you need to know about set 14 in under 5 minutes. The set mechanic is called hacks. Not that guy, hacks. Every game, there will be about 3 hacks, and these hacks change things on specific rounds. God, I said hacks a lot. The 3 most prominent hacks are the hacked carousel, where every unit comes with something like a blue Nico or a masterwork upgrade, hacked orbs that drop on PvE rounds that contain things like HP, eggs, or items that have Pandora's items applied to them, and the biggest hack, in my opinion, hacked augments. There are 2 main examples of hacked augments, the first being duo augments. Here I get offered a duo augment where I can choose between 2 silver augments or 1 gold augment and some additional gold. And the second example are augments where the first augment slot has extra rerolls and all the options are part of a theme. There are a bunch of themes. I've seen an econ theme where all the augments you get are econ related, trait themes where all the augments you get have something to do with any trait, and the most exciting theme, the black market theme that brings back augments from previous sets. So all of these augments are coming back, and before you ask, yes, Think Fast is coming back as well. And you might even get Think Fast on 2-3 now thanks to some new opening portals. If you played back in set 11, you'll remember Azir. He's a straight up reprint. He's either gonna move the 3-2 augment to be earlier in the game, or he's gonna move both augments to be earlier in the game. There's also this Azir soldier encounter that gives everyone a loaded dice shop once per stage. At the beginning of the round, an animation will play, and the only units you'll see in that particular shop share a trait with all the units on your board. And the coolest portal, in my opinion, the cannon minion brings back Chosens. We don't know how often they appear, but you can roll for them in your shop, and yes, you can get a 5-cost Chosen on level 9. The cash out trait this set is Cypher, and it's a bit quirky. You gain intel for killing units, and at the end of every round, increased if you're on a loss streak, and you can only cash out on certain rounds 3-3, 3-7, 4-3, and 4-7. And although I have yet to see a 4-7 cash out, I'm pretty sure you just insta-win the game. After you cash out, you no longer gain any intel. Instead, your Cypher units gain AD and AP. But that's not the only cool trait in the set. Street Demons paint hexes on your board, and those hexes give additional stats. Syndicate allows you to upgrade 1 to 2 units, and you give them a cute little hat, because we're all looking at the hat. Golden Ox brings a new concept I've never really seen in TFT. If you spend a certain amount of gold in 1 turn, your units permanently do more damage. Cyberboss is probably my favorite trait. It just turns your units into Giga Demons. Kabuko knocks up their entire family, and Ziggs turns into Bomberman. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. And Nitro spawns in a dinosaur. So, there's a lot of cool stuff this set. And finally, the coolest part about every set, the 5 costs. Samira dashes in, goes tornado mode, and then retreats to safety. Urgot gets an attack speed steroid, shoots rockets, and executes the first enemy he hits under 15% HP. He reels them in, grinds them up, and you have a chance to get either gold or an item component. Viego jumps into the largest clump, does a bunch of AoE damage, and his unique trait spawns this little dude with an item equipped. Renekton pretty much has hunger for power built into his kit. He'll steal HP and AD from the unit behind him. And for his ability, he can only cast 2 times per round. His first cast makes his autos hit twice, and his second cast makes them hit 3 times. We're bringing back Kabuko. His passive deals extra damage, and he goes Super Saiyan at low HP. And when he casts, he knocks up everyone in a 1 hex radius, and if he's the boss, his ability becomes Victor ult. Aurora launches a laser beam, then spawns in a unit from your bench and stays there until that unit dies. And now we're on to the 2 coolest 5 costs. First, we have Zac. His ability and his trait are both broken. Zac jumps on 3 enemies, deals damage, and stuns them. Then at 10% HP, he splits into 2 copies with 50% HP, so he pretty much has 190% effective HP. And his trait, Virus, spawns blobs in your shop. These blobs are free, and every time you buy one, Zac gains HP and AP. Blobs have a 10% chance to spawn in each one of your shop slots, and when you buy them, the unit behind them is revealed, so you don't actually lose a shop slot. And finally, the coolest 5 cost they've ever made. His ability is pretty lame. He just swings a Beyblade towards enemies, but his trait is really cool. God of the Web. It works similarly to Rumble, but instead of upgrading himself, he opens up a shop with 3 traits, and you permanently give a trait to one of your units. In this example, I'm playing for Dynamo. I get Dynamo offered in my trait shop. I give it to Garen, and now my Garen has God of the Web and 4 Dynamo.